With a potential deal to end the shutdown, Democrats in our region remain worried about the future of subsidies under the Affordable Care Act.
Others have faith that those negotiations will happen, even though they're not guaranteed. They say ending the shutdown should be the first priority. NBC5's James Maloney spoke to those people today. James, what are they saying?
Well, yeah, guys, I'm standing in Burlington's airport where last week we saw a plethora of cancellations and delays of flights coming from airports all around the country. Now, with this Senate deal, I spoke with members of Vermont's congressional delegation, and they say they just aren't satisfied with this move from moderate Democrats.
It's very confusing to me why my colleagues just across the border or in Maine would in this moment give up this power.
Vermont Congresswoman Becca Balint criticizing the 8 Senate Democrats who are pushing a deal forward to end the government shutdown, saying it doesn't do enough to prioritize health care.
But if we trust in this moment that they're going to help figure out a plan on health care when they have showed us for 15 years that they have no interest in doing that, then we're fools.
We would all like to get much more, but any kind of an agreement is a compromise. We work together with our Republican colleagues, and now it's up to them.
New Hampshire Senators Jeanne Shaheen and Maggie Hassan were among the moderates who helped broker a bipartisan deal that could reopen the government.
It's frustrating. I was here since 5 o'clock in the morning.
It comes as the impacts continue to be felt with flight delays and cancellations due to staffing, leaving travelers stranded for hours.
I miss my kids, I miss my babies.
While an opening could happen this week, Vermont's delegation is standing firm that subsidies under the Affordable Care Act need to be funded next year. The Senate deal would have a vote to continue the subsidies, but Balint and Vermont Senator Peter Welch don't believe an extension would be approved.
And it's not so much my Republican colleagues, it is the president. He's made it very, very clear he has no interest in continuing these tax credits.
Vermont GOP Chair Paul Dame thinks Republicans have to think of a different health care plan for Americans.
It's a conversation that we need to sort of clear the air, be able to come back to the drawing table, because it's taken us 15 years since Obamacare and we haven't figured it out. It's not the kind of thing that can be figured out with a government shutdown.
And Vermont's Emergency Board will be meeting again this Thursday. That's made up of the governor and the state's top lawmakers. They're going to be discussing more of the impacts of the government shutdown. Live in South Burlington, James Maloney, NBC5 News.